Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show. Shout out to everybody here on this wonderful, beautiful Sunday morning. God bless you. Hope you're waking up with a beautiful feeling in your heart and in your minds. It's kind of the beginning of your next week, really, the day that starts the week, the day that cleanses you, gets you ready. I hope you're kind of just sitting, chilling, feeling good. Let me make sure my collar, everything's looking right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's break down BTC. Had a little bit of a pump last night. If you were in the trading group, we got a piece of that. Let's just kind of take a look. Remember, I called that bottom. This is up 20% now on that bottom call. On that, and now the daily could be making a bullish engulfing candle. I'd like a tweezer bottom, though. Yeah, a little bit of a tweezer bottom. I'd like to see that continue. The bot could get itself back to its first order even, and then it won't be that far from getting out of the trade. So we want to see if the bot's going to handle that. And then some bearish div came up on the indicator, but we still saw this beautiful flag, this ascending triangle on the 15-minute. Remember I talked about we got to watch to see if the 15-minute can make a beautiful consolidation. Remember how we went over this? Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, dump. Look at that head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside. Isn't that amazing? And then they bumped, and then there was kind of a shoulder, a head, right shoulder there, bump back up, and then kind of a higher low, bit of a cup with a handle. See the cup and the handle? Let me show you what I'm seeing. But there's a cup with a handle there. That broke out to the upside. Now you have a cup and a handle here. The double cup and handle. Can we continue? We're going to do our top-down analysis for you, but look how we've been moving through this area. Remember, we crossed the 200 moving average on the 15-minute, and that's when I get bullish. That's when I know things can erupt, and so far, so good. Now we're touching the 21 in a flag above the 200. My status, my signal, my model. I teach you guys this every single day. I give it away for free because you never know when you're going to go. So if you don't know when you're going to go and you love to teach, wouldn't you teach every day of the week? I think so. It's logical, right? So if you logically don't know when you're going to go, we all don't know when we're going to go, and you love to do something, you would do it every day, wouldn't you? Makes sense to me. So that's why I do what I do. So this looks like we're going to get a move here somewhere to 89,000. Once we hit 89, 90K is going to start getting pretty scrumptious, pretty delicious. People are going to want to eat off that 90K region. So look, I mean, previous support as resistance, there was an SR flip resistance. You bounce right there, perfect entry with a stop below maybe the previous low there, or the previous resistance right here. I remember we thought shoulder, could it make the right shoulder? It did not. It went up, made the head and shoulder there, but made a beautiful consolidation. We've been watching Bitcoin like a hawk. That's why I don't take the days off. That's why I'm here in the morning. I just did a live stream last night, just 10 hours ago. 12 hours, right? So we were off at like 9:45, almost, So this is what we do. This is consistency. This is how you win. You don't have to be the greatest trader in the world. You got to have a model and show up every day. There's people smarter than me. There's people maybe more skilled than me. There's people who grew up with more money than me, but I'll end up wealthier than them. How? Because I don't take days off. Consistency beats talent. If talent don't work hard, you could be the smartest, most talented person in the world. It does not matter. The richest people in the world, the best business owners, the people that are running the game, they're just the most consistent. That's who's running the world right now. The consistent people. The people that are disciplined. The people that are pushing themselves. The people that are finding a way to win every single day, no matter what. 7 days a week. So let me kind of show you the trade now. It's up 140. Not a big trade. Remember, on the weekends, we're light. Light on the weekends, even though, yeah, but what if you catch the actual bottom? That's the problem. People have to be the winner every time. Let's just see. This could pump. We can make an extra $1,000. I just want to add to yesterday's trade. Remember, we talk about that. We just want the P&L to be positive. Continued. If I take this one, it's another positive trade. You see? We don't like to round trip here. We like to make it happen. But this is the possible trade here. In the end, I would say this could go all the way to 89.5. And I got a taller target at 90,269. 90K, baby. 90K. I do see this bear div. There's a chance it doesn't make it, but so far we're making the higher low. But Bitcoin is struggling right now. All the way back to 86,373. You can see that this was up to $300. Now it's only up 120. It was just 170 a second ago. So you can tell the leverage is pretty high. $52,000 trade. It's, what is it? It's $1,000 in at 47x lev. And that's going to move pretty fast with the market. And there is some bear div there. This could dump in a second. Might be smart just to take my little bit of gain on the weekend. I got the other trade open on BTCC. Remember that. The call, that's going to sit no matter what. So, and then what I'd like to do is I like to keep the bigger call, like try to call the bottom on one trade and then scalp on the way up on the other trade. If something happens or it's wrong or I don't call the bottom, the scalps usually pay. Sometimes I make more money or break even at least on the bigger trade. So I always like to have my scalps cooking while I have a bigger trade going. That way I can take profits and not get that FOMO feeling. It's really nice. I found it's the best for me. and the way my body and my mind works, like I have to be selling something almost all the time. Like when I see a pump, I want to take advantage. But when I see a bottom call, I also want to take advantage. How do you take advantage of both? Well, I have to open both trades. All right, and that's why I have one on BTCC. And I like to separate my trades not on the same exchange, my long-term trade on a different exchange than my short-term trade. And that's kind of why I use different exchanges all the time, because it separates your trading. Sign up here at this pinned comment if you want to jump on in. Weeks, BTCC, and MEXC. Okay? The best exchanges in the game as far as I'm concerned. Great for another live stream with a multi-millionaire. Hey. I'm just a regular dude. Yeah. Money don't make nobody. But thank you. I appreciate that. It is a fact, but thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go back down from the monthly. Let's do our due diligence. We know that flag's still sitting pretty. Let's do our due diligence. So the monthly bouncing off the 21-day moving average. Pretty strong place for a bounce if you can get a lower stochastic. Well, if we lose that, you head down to the 50 or definitely to 71,000. The monthly is above monthly support, where these two candles have a tweezer bottom there at about 81,700. If we can stay above 81.7, we can bounce at least back to the resistance at 102.5 and go from there. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but we could definitely bounce back up. This looks like it would take some time. This candle would close somewhere here, and then our next candle would have to start to make a move back to the upside. We could still be making a right shoulder. This isn't off the table yet. So we could still, even with the bounce, we could still see 50K. Even with the bounce up to 103, 102,000. You'd have to close a monthly candle above this resistance for me to believe anything big is going to happen. So until we close a candle above 103, it's all a dead cat bounce. It's just not a real rally. But we'll get there. We don't have to be there yet. Up or down, Sam provides years of insight. Don't try this alone. I love you, Rave Song. Right? Yeah, I make it look easy. This ain't easy. I make it look so sweet and simple. Like everything's so placed whether it's supposed to be, and it's all neat and complete. But I definitely make something chaotic and insane look nice and neat and complete. Thank you so much for that comment. You're super nice, Rave Song Records. May God bless you, your family, your grandkids, your lineage, your legacy. May you continue to spread light, love, and happiness throughout the world. You've been nothing but a pleasure to be in my trading group. You came in, you paid the money, you never complained. All you did was talk about how the money helped you. You said that $99 or less than $3 a day or whatever it was. You were like, man, I made more money to pay for this for years on end. And you constantly comment. You constantly talk about how you take advantage of the good education. And you're my proud student, man. I have to say, I love you. If everyone did it like you did, no one would allow, we would be amazing. So God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the constant loyalty and the love. It means a lot to me. Lifer Beach Day now. I think the wifer wants to go out. Her birthday's tomorrow. So she wants me to take her out today and, get her some nice little birthday presents. Make her happy. So today is wifer day. Today is wifer day. Professionals do the close. Bitcoin bullets may want a strong short squeeze for a weekly candle close. Yep. Hey, Sam, what's good, brother, from London on this cold but sunny Sunday? God bless you, man. It is beautiful here in sunny Florida. It's going to be a high of like 85 degrees today. My goodness. Move to sunny Florida. Why sit in that cold weather? Today will be 83 degrees. Yesterday was 82. I went to the beach yesterday. It was amazing. 83 degrees and 63 at night. Like what like this is the most gorgeous weather in the world. No humidity. It says it's high, humidity 93%, but it feels like 75 today. Gorgeous, gorgeous weather here in sunny Florida on the Gulf of America. Right? True, paid for so many years, it's embarrassing. Hey man, I made it that way. Yeah, I priced it so people could feel proud about their purchase and look back on their wins and say, you know what? This guy didn't gouge me. He gave me thousands and thousands of money worth of knowledge worth. Thousands of dollars worth of knowledge, and So the weekly 2 is coming right to this resistance area. And it's strong. It's on a support zone at about $86,000. Can we hold that weekly support? The 5 days starting its first tweezer bottom in a long time. Right there we had one, it failed. So can we get a real tweezer bottom? And you can see we would move pretty fast right back to 100,000, 101,000. You can see it's just a very fast move back to the upside. We hung out on the high volume node. Look how much the VRVP works. You lose the point of control. You drop to the high volume node. You wick into consolidation. It just makes perfect sense, right? You don't need any ICT, no fair value gaps. If you use it, no, I'm not putting it down. I'm just showing you how I don't use it. You could just use the VRVP, proper supported resistance, and you're going to see what's likely going to happen. Now, it's up to you if you can get over your emotions. That's the deal. 3-day chart, if you can get back above the 200 moving average, we have ourselves a chance to win here. 4-day went almost to that 200. I told you when you lost the daily 200 moving average, you would head to the 2-day 200 moving average. I told you when you lost the 2-day 200 moving average, you would head to the 3-day 200 moving. I told you when you lost the 3-day, you would head down to the 4-day. And if you lose the 4-day, yes, you will head down to the 5-day moving average. This is something I learned one day. I put together its progression, 200 moving average progression. I'll come up with a name for it one day too as well, just to help people learn it. So the 3-day chart, which I look at it too, is attempting a tweezer bottom. Huge wick to the upside. We're going to have to come on up and close this. This closes tonight. It's kind of crucial this closes green and not like this. That's pretty weird if it closes like that. We almost have to get a surge today. And it would be nice if it closes above the yellow line. So I just want to see the 3-day get above 88,000. If it does that, we're be in some possible shape to build on. We need something to build on. We need one little bullish thing that moves to another. All right. Exactly. Beautiful weather in Florida, but summertime gets too hot. You can't go outside. It's pretty much the sure thing when it's cold. People don't as much as so either deal with reality, hot or cold. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I definitely bought a house in a different region, and I leave Florida in the summer, and I go to another area that keeps the weather exactly like this, from 78 to 84 degrees, and I keep my family in the nicest weather year round. We have a couple, months of heat because you got to come back for the school, but yeah, we relocate. We have a blast. You know what? I sat for years. I said I thought about the 2 places I want to live. I thought about them. I conceptualized them. And all I did was, I planned it out. I said, I'm going to have my family in both these places. I planned this out. I planned this whole life out. You can too. Plan your life out. Tell yourself, where do you want to live in the next 10 years? You're going to be there if you believe that. And just keep thinking about it. Keep desiring it. And then work hard every day. Somehow, some way, God's going to make every single thing you desire reality. It's all going to come. Put God first. Your family first. Have gratitude. Don't do negative stuff. Negative stuff eats you alive. Cheating on your wife eats you alive. Drinking, hanging out with people that do drugs eats you alive. To have a great life, you want a great family. You want to be off drugs and alcohol. You want to be just blessed. And you want to spend time with your kids every single day. If you can do those things, I think God will provide a life for you because he sees that you're providing a life for others. And it becomes full circle. So look at this beautiful shoulder, head right shoulder here on the daily. Look at the daily, possibly tweezer bottom. I already said I'm in, right? And look, we're back at 275. This is looking like it's going to plow to the upside. We're going to make some money today. And I woke up to gains. Remember, I sold last night on the channel. I got back in. So last night I sold during the live stream. And look, we're going to continue this. Everyone laughs at little bits of money. But man, they don't laugh about little bit of money when it adds up. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades. 4 losses. 7 wins, 4 losses. The wins, look, 900, 500, 800, 240, 660, 1300, 273. You can see that's $2,000 right there, 13 and 6, right? And 2 and 5 is 7 and 8 and all that. And 2, that's about $3,000. But the loss is 1, 2, 3, 4, all about $100 around, $400. So it's about adding. If I win this next trade right now, another 262. We just keep adding. The people that keep adding small trades win the big money. You keep taking $250 a day, you're going to look back at the end of the week and be like, dang, how did I make a couple grand? A couple grand a week is $8,000 a month. $8,000 a month is dang near $96,000 a year, friends. And people say I can't, they want to get out of their 9 to 5. You know why? They're chasing 10 grand. They're chasing 20 grand. They're chasing these fat wins. They go all in with their portfolio. I have to call the bottom, they say in their minds. They push themselves to do heavy risk instead of just taking, look, this was a small risk trade. I could only lose like $100 on this trade. I wasn't going crazy. So when we're humble traders, we somehow win more money. And I listened to Trading in the Zone. He told me it took me years to hear this. It took me years to hear this, right? It's little by little. It's little by little, my friends. And the problem is everyone compares themselves to these big guys that make these huge trades. Even Crypto, the guy who makes $16 million trade the other day, he said he opens up trades and gets liquidated. He said he got liquidated 5 times in a row. But then the one he gets into, he ladders into, and he builds that trade, and it makes him 50 times what he lost. You see? So if he loses a few hundred grand, 500 grand, 600 grand. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Maybe as I get older and more wealthy, I'll change my trading style. But right now, I just, it's not my thing. That's what my bot does. My bot aims to find the bottom, but my bot doesn't get liquidated. It has enough safety orders to fire off more shots. Scary thing is that could be a bear flag there too. Let's look at let's look at the bearish scenario. So anyway, 12-hour could be reversing bullish engulfing candle. The 22 right there. The 12-hour, remember, I got into the 12-hour trade right here. It's in the money now. I even put it live. I put it out on Twitter. If this thing rips all the way back up here to 101,000, it's going to be awesome. At least there to 91K. Looks like a likely story, right? Let's go now into the 8-hour. The 8-hour looks good. The one thing that this is the one thing that you could be making just a bear flag here. And then we might just take a tank. We might just be dumping to the downside. It's more, you know what? The odds are more likely we're in a bear flag because the trend is down. So technically, Bitcoin, you have to see candles back up here to 92K so we can make the right shoulder. So here's the deal. You have to get up here so you can make the right shoulder and get out of here. If you don't get above even this wick here, 87, you just kind of mill around, we're making a bear flag, friends, and we're likely getting down to 77K. So we're not out the water yet. I know I'm acting a little bullish here. I'm showing some bullish trades, and everyone's like, oh, Sammy called the bottom. No. We don't know. We know nothing but the fact of our own ignorance. We have no idea. All right? Yeah, greed will wreck you, man. Humble nature, humble trades, humble trading, little by little. So look, we have this liquidity at 88K. The closest red is 88K, and then we have this $92,000 level. I'm loving it. I'd like to see us shoot up there today. It's telling me that it would be kind of crucial because they would change the weekly candle. It's almost like we have to get a monster pump today. So I'm looking for a monster pump today. Either we get a monster pump or they solidify the bear flag. We got two choices today, really. It's pretty simple here. And I wouldn't be surprised if 2 hours, this 8-hour candle closes, and the next 8-hour candle is a monster candle to the upside. Something's telling me there could be a pretty big pump today on BTC. Same thing here. The 4-hour could be looking somewhat like a bear flag. You see this? You got to look at it like a bear flag. It's getting oversold, overbought on the stochastics RSI. A little sketchy, right? Your voice has been a steady light in uncertain moments. Your consistency gives strength when doubt rises, and your lessons stay long after the moment passes. Truly. Thank you, Crypto Cigar Guy. I'm getting through to you, man. Thank you. I knew if I went live every single day, I would eventually affect many people in a positive light. If I went live 7 days a week and I was positive and I taught, I knew I would affect lives in a positive way. Think about it. It's very simple. Show up every single day, talk positivity, and teach someone something that you know really well. How could you not change the world? It's so simple. But you know what? Everyone has 1,000 things to do, and they have 1,000 things to accomplish. If you keep it simple, you'll be able to accomplish your dreams. My dream is to teach every day, to show people how I'm winning at trading, because I love to trade. Why would you not want to win at something you love at? And to help others with their struggles, their mental struggles, their ups and downs, and show them that even I was depressed. Even I went through tough times in my life. I really did. I used to sit in a room not knowing what to do. I was stuck, as they say. All the labels, ADHD, bipolar, I let them all tell me what they wanted. Then I started working out. I changed my endorphins in my brain. I realized that my brain could change if I worked out. Working out got my mind going. Next thing you know, I was someone that worked out. I looked good. People saw me. They said, wow, you look good. My life was exactly the same, but at least I looked good. I had my veins were popping. I just looked very, very, very good, And I was like, man, if I can do this, what else can I do with my life? So working out let me believe that I could accomplish anything if I changed my mind, if I changed the way I thought, if I pushed myself, right? So look, this is a flag that could continue to pump, but we never know. Might be smart for me to take some profits. Look, there is some bear div. I like this, though. I think I'm going to just keep it going. But look, we're so close to price action. Look how I am so close to my entry. It takes 2 seconds to lose anything. I feel like I could take the gain here, add it to the win, and then what I could do is I could add to the trade. But my only fear is I don't fear, but there's a little bit of FOMO that it will continue to pump. If that's the case, though, I have this trade open. That's the highest it's ever been, about $400 since I opened it on Friday night. Remember, I also longed the bottom of the S&P Did I call the bottom of the S&P? Let's see. I attempted to call the bottom of the S&P. I'm tempting to just watch Bitcoin. So I can see how this could be a bear flag on the 4 hour. I'm not denying some possible bearishness here. And then I can see how this is kind of a nice little flag here also on the 1 hour time frame. So the 1 hour looks good to me. 1 hour says no stress. This could break to the upside and make some gains. You know, I'm just going to move my stop loss like right to there. We'll go from there. We'll see where this thing can pump. Now up 350, the biggest of the trade. You can see I'm up like $700 on a Sunday morning, and I don't even expect to make any money on the weekends. Like, I expected just the weekends to be nil. I take little shots on the weekends, expect to lose like 60 to 80 bucks and move on. I did the same thing here. They all ended up playing out. Pretty awesome. Let me jump onto the chat and see what people are saying in the chat. If you like Sam's live streams, you'll love being in the 99. Like-minded boys and girls supporting each other. Join us today for education you deserve. Go to cryptolifer.com. Actually, we're doing a Black Friday sale. And so if they go below any of my videos, right? This is an interesting video. Why Michael Saylor is being deleted from the NASDAQ. I suggest everybody watch this. Very interesting video. So if you go to my channel and you go below any of my live streams, I think any video really, but any live stream, including this one, there I am right there with the gray the gray suit in the pocket square. Hit this link here, Black Friday early bird sale, right? You click that, and that's going to take you to a form. You can fill out that form, and that's going to give you 24-hour access, prior to my Black Friday sale. So you'll be able to get into my Black Friday sale on Thursday. We call it we call it Toasty Thursday, or we call it, got to come up with a cool name for it. Toasty Thursdays, Thirsty Thursday, right? Anyway, check it out, right? Hit the link here and for the Black Friday early bird special to find out more, okay? It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. And get access to the most affordable premium Discord in the game. I never take a day off. Why would you want to be somewhere else? Like, who has proved their consistency to you? Who has proved that their business deserves your money? Make sure that person proves themselves to you before you even consider giving them a dime. All right? Show up my live stream. See if you can make the money. What I do is I try to give people the education. They can make the gains here. Then you can get rich. You make the money on my live, and then you can use that to get in. So you do whatever makes you happy. But the education is here every single day. And I give the education so you can learn, and then you can take that to jump on into the group. I said yesterday's show, they were... Exactly. Sunday morning with my friend Crypto Lifer. See you soon, brother. Wish you all the best. 2026 will be a big year of the Crypto Lifer community and BTCC. Thank you, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And remember, we're still doing that BTCC deal, everyone. If you jump on it today, they're still giving back, right? That goes until November 27th here. November 30th. So 7 days more. The more you raise, the higher your trading volume, or you're going to get something back for that. And you're not entered into a pool. No. Like, if two people hit that, they both win the Cybertruck. If two people hit this, they both win the Model 3. You know what I mean? The Rolex, all of it. So jump on in, get your trading volume up here on BTCC. If you're going to trade anyway, you might as well trade there and get something back. Okay. So we went over the possible bearish scenario. I'm not just feeding you bullishness, right? But I also see how this thing is breaking out. And I'm showing you my live trades that are doing well right now on BTCC and on weeks. They're both up $400. Look at this, 430 and 412. I love it. That's nice. $400. I didn't expect to wake up $400. I almost just want to take it because on a Sunday it's rare. It's a very rare occurrence on a Sunday to be making gains like this. And I'm very sketched out by the weekend trades. I can't believe I pulled off a 35% win since last night. Remember, I opened this trade last night. So I went to sleep and get $400, Love your teaching, good stuff. Yeah, it seems like the alts that are on the top gainers are like 4,000 or so ranked after the recent 40s up. Oh, and they're listed on Elman Gate with just a few on Kraken or Coinbase. Interesting. Love your teaching. Thank you. I don't trade when it's like this. Learned the hard way long ago. It's more like Amy in the situation. It's just watching and waiting. Amen. Anyway, I make these short on the weekends. I don't want to, take too much of your family time on a beautiful Sunday. So I want you guys to just relax, enjoy your day, get ready for the week ahead. We're going to go over the Forex tonight at 8 p.m. And we're going to have a blast at the weekly candle close. So get excited, get ready, because we're going to have a blast for the next, we're going to have a blast forever, man. This channel, the vibe is awesome. I love you people. Your people are great. Yeah, I wouldn't mind just taking $300 today. 333 right there and calling it a day. I know I might sell and it could pump to the moon all the way to 90K out of nowhere, though. That's the thing. But definitely don't round trip, too. That's a gain in my hand. Move the stop loss to break even. I don't want to lose. I want that gain. You know what? You don't live in fear. Just take the gain. If I just keep taking the gains, it's going to add up. So I move my stop loss a little bit below price action. And no matter what, I'll get the gain. It is the signal, though. It looks so beautiful. I just got to let it cook, man. I'm in between on this one. I opened up last night. I didn't plan it too well. You got to plan your trades every time. But this one, I was like, weekend trading, see what I get. That's why I should just take my 300 and move on. The 400 was nice. Anyway, you do you, I'll do me. We'll have a blast together. Shout out to everybody that supports me on the live stream. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button on your way in or out. And thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your day. We got elite traders pumping out altcoins. I'm looking at altcoins at Bitcoin, and we're having a blast. So jump on into cryptolifer.com, but hit the link below my videos. And then fill out that form. Get access to my Black Friday sale 24 hours in advance. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the best premium, affordable discount you've ever had for a Discord in the game. So I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you.